Hello everybody, and welcome to another Dominaria Draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It is the best way to make sure the channel grows and thrives, so I truly appreciate each and everyone who does those things. It's 100% free, and thank you. Also, if you have any questions at all about the draft or the gameplay, be sure to leave those in the comment section down below, and I will gladly respond with my thoughts or answers. Interacting with you guys is my favorite part about having a YouTube channel, so I do appreciate each and every person that does those things. But let's dive in, and hopefully we can do some cool things. Wow, this pack is unbelievable. Verdant Force is a sick rare. Just very cool card. If it lives, you just win the game, and even if it stays around for like one turn cycle, it gets you a decent amount of value even if they kill it. But it does cost 8 mana, so you do have to build a ramp deck to work it, but it is a great ramp payoff, so definitely a card to keep in mind and probably going to be the pick out of this pack. The uncommons, Elfheim Druid is incredible. One of the ramp cards you want to have with Verdant Force, but unfortunately you can't take both, obviously. Garn is pretty good, especially because red tends to be pretty grindy. And then in the common slot, we have Cloud Reader Sphinx, Vicious Offering, and Gidu Chronicler. Gidu Chronicler was one of the better red commons, definitely worse than Shivan Fire, but it's still pretty good. Cloud Reader Sphinx is the best blue common, probably the best common in the whole set. I would definitely take the Cloud Reader Sphinx over the Vicious Offering here, and over the Elfheim Druid too, I think. Though Elfheim, I would probably take Cloud Reader Sphinx over that. Cloud Reader Sphinx is just so good, but I'm just going to take the Verdant Force here. I've definitely played my fair share of blue decks, but Verdant Force is just very good and can lead to some really sweet decks, especially if you build some ramp. And following that up with an Elfheim Druid sounds pretty good to me. Slin Voda might wheel, so we could play like a blue-green big mana deck. In the common slot, the best common is this Academy Journey Mage. This is just a very good card. If you can cast it for 4 mana in a curve-out style deck, it can be brutal. Also, even just like casting it for 5 mana can help you stabilize. Yawgmoth's Vile Offering is okay, but I really don't like starting with the legendary sorceries because it is quite difficult to enable them a lot of the time. Like, there's some that are worth going for. Like, if you can first pick like a Karn's Temporal Sundering, I'd go for that. Jaya's Immolating Inferno, I'd go for that one. But Yawgmoth's Vile Offering is kind of situational, and sure, it's a 2-for-1, but it's not like the same scale as those other ones. Definitely just gonna take the Elfheim Druid here. It keeps me in green. It gives me some ramp for this Verdant Force, and there's good things in the future. After that, I'd probably take the Yawgmoth's Offering over the Academy Journey Mage. But that one's kind of close. But if we get enough ramp, we can even maybe get that Slin Voda on the wheel. Okie doke. Now, this pack has Weight of Memory. That's just great card draw. Pretty happy to see this type of effect. Blue-green ramp is a pretty fine archetype to play. We can get that Slin Voda on the wheel. We can just pick up some Grow from the Ashes and then splash whatever we want. Other than that, in the common, this card is a fine uncommon, but nothing insane. Final Parting is not particularly playable. Aven Sentry is a fine common, and Calico Skin, which are fine commons, but Ancient Animus just isn't great. Even if you are playing a big mana deck, it's like passable, but not a card I'd prioritize. So I'm just going to take the Weight of Memory here. Some nice card advantage. And here we could either take, actually there's a decent number of options. Whisper Blood Liturgist is a pretty solid card, and Black-Green is a solid archetype, so I could definitely move in that direction. Vidalian Arcanist is pretty good. I like it, especially with cards that do ramp you, like the Grow from the Ashes, because it can help pay for the kicker on that. And also just works well with Syncopate and a lot of just the blue cards in the set, like Divination. Deathbloom Foul is pretty good, but I think I would take my first Whisper over that, just because Whisper is pretty good. Also, especially another cool combo is if we could play like a 3-color deck, then we could play Whisper, Weight of Memory ourselves, or Hammered Explorer ourselves, and then reanimate the Verdant Force, so that could be a cool combination. The question is Whisper better enough than Vidalian Arcanist? And I think it is. I think it's worth taking the Whisper over the Baloth Gorger as well. You can tend to get Baloth Gorgers later on, or just big creatures that you can ramp into. But Whisper is a pretty unique effect, and could be a little bit of a sign here. And now another Calico Skin Witch. There's also a potential to just go all in on Powerstone Shard, which would be kind of funny if we just took every Powerstone Shard we saw. I've done that before, but I don't think it's actually a very good strategy. Warcry Phoenix is okay in the aggressive decks, but I just don't usually play aggressive decks in this format. I'd much rather play more defensive ones. And Skin Witch is just the best card in this pack. Adventurous Impulse is alright when you have a big card like Verdant Force that you're going to be looking for. And we already have a lot of permanents, but Skin Witch is going to be my pick here. And we can play blue-green and then see what happens from there. And there's another Powerstone Shard. I mean, there's not really a ton else in this pack. We could just try taking Powerstone Shard here and see if the other one wheels, which is doubtful, but it could happen. And the only card we're giving up is a Primordial Worm, which we can tend to pick up later anyway. So let's just take the Powerstone Shard and see what happens. Now there's another Weight of Memory. Weight of Memory is quite good. Kind of moves me back towards blue. Blood Tell Candle is not excellent, even though in blue-green you kind of want that removal spell sometimes, because blue-green doesn't have a ton of great removal. And then Jousting Lance is another option, but not really a thing a big mana deck wants, because we'll just play a Verdant Force and win with something like that. Let's just take the Weight of Memory here. Another big card draw spell. Another Powerstone Shard. I'm actually leaning towards just taking the Powerstone Shard and then just playing blue-green with my 2 card draw spells. And then just taking a bunch of Powerstone Shards when I see them. Primordial Worm's alright, but we can get those later, and there's nothing else really in this pack. And Slin Voda could... I mean, I guess the Slin Voda didn't wheel, but we could get stuff like that later for sure. Let's just take the Befuddle. Hey, Slin Voda did come back. This is actually a great Slin Voda deck. If we can get enough Powerstone Shards, the Slin Voda can just cast them very effectively. And now I guess we'll just take the Final Parting. Sage of Latinam. Sure. We can sack Powerstone Shard. We're not going to play it, though. Unwind and Arbor Armament. So... we have a pretty decent deck here. We can get a couple more Arbor Armaments, maybe. This pack is a little bit weak, but this archetype can splash relatively easily, depending on how many Grow from Ashes or Skittering Surveyors it gets. So maybe we could take a Vicious Offering and maybe try to splash that along with a Whisper or something like that. Though, there's also Seal Away we could splash. Well, I think the Candle is not a high priority pick, so I think we'll just take the Vicious Offering and see if we can splash that. This pack is overall not very good for our colors. I would love to see Skittering Surveyor, though. No Skittering Surveyor, but Academy Drake is nice, and the fact that Crozen Druid could come back is also nice, because Crozen Druid is good in this ramp deck, because it can gain us a ton of life. So we're going to take the Academy Drake here as a big flyer, potentially, or just a 3-drop that we can play. Settle the Score is alright, but it is double black, so it's harder to splash that. So we are just going to take the Academy Drake here, hope to wheel the Crozen Druid, or even a Deep Freeze would be fine. Because when you're going over the top, you don't care as much about the Deep Freeze. Wow, this direction is not going as well. I guess we can take a Llanowar Envoy to help us splash if we really need it. None of these cards are even particularly impressive, even if we were like red-black, which looks like what's coming from this direction. We're just going to take the Envoy as another creature to play. And, yeah, this pack is really not going as well. I think we're going to take Adventurous Impulse or another Llanowar Envoy. Another Llanowar Envoy is looking alright. It could help us splash if we have a couple of these. Adventurous Impulse is the type of card that's just not super high impact, so you don't really want to prioritize it. Because even though we have like a couple big fatties to get, we don't have all that much ramp, and we might not even play the Powerstone Shard package, so we're just going to take the Llanowar Envoy. And now Syncopate is a really nice card. Just really good to have some interaction at any stage of the game. And it's going to be a hard counter a lot of the time in our deck. Getting a Nature Spiral could also be good because we do have these 2 Weight of Memories to mill some of our big cards. But overall, I think that's a little bit less ideal. And also Mammoth Spider would be good because you can go turn 3 Powerstone Shard, turn 4 Mammoth Spider. But I think Syncopate's just a little bit better. So we're going to take that. Don't really need a second Slin Voda. We're just going to take Divination or Memorial to Unity. I think Divination's going to be better, though. Just finds us our cards, finds our key pieces, helps us get multiple Powerstone Shards assembled. And Memorial to Unity is nice to find us big creatures. We don't really want to prioritize take multiple Slin Vodas, though. Because it is a very expensive card. We're just going to take Divination here. Divination's always good. Wow, the Mirari Conjecture. Oh, man. So this gets back instant, and then a sorcery, and then doubles our spells. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think it's good enough in this deck. I think we're just going to take another Powerstone Shard. Oh, man. The Mirari Conjecture is so sweet, though, in like a blue-red deck. Yeah, but we don't have enough instants and sorceries, and we're not even going to get that many, even if we do assemble a lot of things. So we're just going to keep taking Powerstone Shards. And now a Primordial Worm, a fine fatty to ramp into. We're not going to play Zalfrin Void or the Construct, so we'll just take Befuddle. And now the Crozen Druid did come back, just as I hoped. Let's just take the uncommon. Hey, Nature Spiral came back. That's nice. I'm actually happy to see that. Wow, Lich's Mastery, a sweet one. What are the odds this Powerstone Shards wheels? I'd say pretty likely, so I think we're just going to take the Divination here. And then hope this wheels. That seems like pretty likely. There's a decent number of good cards in this pack. Like, this will probably be gone. This will be gone. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if it'll come back, but Divination is just really good. And now we can go for a Baloth Gorger, and just another big creature that can also be a 4-drop. Adventurous Impulse is alright as well. Bloodtell Candle's decent, but we're just going to get the Baloth Gorger. More big creatures. Huh, now this is close. Tetsuko is just a fine 2-drop, but we have Elfhame Druid, and I guess that's it on the 2-drop front. Or we could take a Mammoth Spider, which is a nice card to ramp into. We don't really have a way to utilize Tetsuko. Let's just take the Mammoth Spider. And I'm actually fine taking a Llanowar Scout here. We don't need a Cold Water Snapper because we already have a bunch of fatties, and we're not really looking to win with that in that way. So let's just take Llanowar Scout and then play like 18 lands in this deck. Another Baloth Gorger is fine as well. Ooh, another Powerstone Shard. Ooh, this pack is interesting. So we could just take another Powerstone Shard and then have just a ton of card draw and tons of mana. I think Powerstone Shards to pick. When you have so many Powerstone Shards, they get so much better. Wizard's Retort is fine, but we already have a Syncopate, and we don't actually have all that many blues. So it might be hard to get double blue. You don't want to run too many counters. Crows and Druid would be fine, but we're just going to take Powerstone Shard. Wow, this pick is tricky. Oh my goodness. So, do we want more life gain? 10 life is a ton of life. Or do we want a flyer? I think the flyer is probably better. And then there's a Mammoth Spider, which is also good. Jeez. We're just going to take the flyer. It's close, though. And we did get another Syncopate. Perfect. So I feel better about not taking the Wizard's Retort. And Powerstone Shard did not wheel. Oh, well. We got 4 of them. So there's diminishing returns anyway. It's sad, though. I wish we could have gotten it. And we'll take an Adventurous Impulse. Snapper came back. Feels bad. Okay. Okie doke. So I think we'll run 17 lands plus an Adventurous Impulse plus all these Powerstone Shards. So we're going to have a ton of mana sources, but we do have a couple of draw 3s and a couple of draw 2s. So that should help. We're going to run all of our expensive cards. I'm not sure if the Academy Drake... I mean, the Academy Drake is just a nice way to use our mana 7 mana 4/4. So since we're not splashing, we don't need the Llanowar Envoys. So we're going to run 17 lands plus the Adventurous Impulse. We're going to run one more 4s because we have so many double green cards. And this looks like a very fun deck. Let's see what happens. I think Cold Water Snapper is a little bit worse than the Primordial Worm, though it's close. And I could see running the Worm in some scenarios. I'm not sure if I should have taken that Crows and Druid. Also, 5 Powerstone Shards seems like a little bit much. We're going to keep this one. I guess Crows and Druid's much worse in multiples as well. We don't need to really stop their 2-drop. Let's just impulse for a land, get another forest. We're just going to cast the Crows and Druid here. Then next turn we can go Shard and hold up Syncopate. Let's actually just go Shard plus Llanowar Scout. Because that gives us a blocker for this guy. So we're in pretty good shape here. We're ramping a ton. They're setting up some strong stuff as well. So this is where we need a Slin Voda, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana to cast Slin Voda. Actually, only 7 mana for Slin Voda. Weight of Memory, Divination, and those type of cards are what we need here. Counter unless they pay 1. do need to draw another creature here. I guess getting a 4/4 flyer would be alright. That's fine by me. Thank goodness they didn't draw Arvad. Arvad would have been brutal. Yes! No, I can't cast it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm 1 mana off. So I'm almost stabilized. Because once I get this in play, I don't think I can lose unless they kill it, which they could kill it. Sure, I don't care about that. Jeez, they keep milling their best cards. Let's just cast this. I just want to have as many big creatures in play as possible. Eat their removal spells before Verdant Force comes down. Oh, Demon Lord Belzenlock. Hello. That's game. Rats. I take 6 now. Why are they not attacking? Rats. I guess it... If I had held up Syncopate, I still would have taken 6 from this. I would have been at 3 or something, and I would have still died, probably. Rats. I needed to get this thing in play and him not to have Belzenlock. Belzenlock is basically unbeatable in this, because I just don't have any removal. Other than my Syncopates, but I didn't hold it up. I'm gonna play Coldwater Snapper over the Primordial Worm. Unfortunately, we did not draw any card draw that game. We have 4 card draw spells. We just need card draw to win with this deck. This deck's also just kind of a spicy deck. A spicy brew. A brewski taguski. Man, I just want to cast Slinvoda kicked and have it be awesome. I've done that before. That's what Powerstone Shard does in this format, pretty much. It's just enable those sweet combos. It's weird because I feel like Powerstone Shard is the type of card that always wheels in real life, but I guess this is a good hand. We have this plus Nature's Spiral, that's one of our combos. This into this is another good combo. Opponent just said your go. I wonder what that means. Oh, I got demoted. Feels bad, man. Oh my gosh. They divest my Powerstone Shard. No ramp for me. So sad. Unfortunately for them, I can get it back. Which I'll probably do. Because this thing's pretty useless for a while. This guy's playing kind of slow. Kind of frustrating. Welcome back, Mammoth Spider. Maybe my opponent left. They saw my powerful hand and just couldn't handle it. This might be an 18 land deck. That would give me 22 mana sources, but I have so many powerful cards. Also, I think the black-white historic deck might be better in this format than it was in real life. Because like maybe those cards are just underdrafted. Because I've lost to it multiple times. And it feels like the type of deck that... We're not going to cast this Academy Drake here. We're just going to get our Mammoth Spider all set up. My opponent's definitely not here. This is so weird. It's so brutal to play against someone who's playing slow or just left. Hopefully it just auto concedes them the game soon. Oh man. Okay, thank goodness he's gone. Haha, we have ranked up. I'm going to change this deck a tiny bit. I think Nature Spiral's a little bit too cute, and we'd rather just run another forest. We have a lot of card draw to find our good stuff, and Nature Spiral is just another slow card. Doesn't protect us. It's fine late game, but we already have a lot of good stuff for the late game. And we do want to have a lot of green sources. Oh, okay, this hand is great. Oh, yes. On the draw, it could get run over, but... Turn 3 this, turn 4 this, turn 5 this. Because you're going to 2, 4, plus 5. Actually, we only need 4 lands to make that happen. So we need to draw 1 land to have a turn 5 Verdant Force. Oh, that's great. Now we have a 2-drop to help our dreams come true. Oh gosh, they're playing Navigator's Compass. They're either doing something very sweet or they don't know what they're doing. Don't divest me, bro. No. Don't do it. No. Oh, thank goodness. Hellfame Druid it is. If they have yeah, they wouldn't have Shivan Fire. Oh, this is awesome. Let's go. This is sick. This is what I dream of. No reason to attack and leave myself open to Gideon's Triumph or something. They might just have Lich's Mastery, in which case I don't know why. Oh my gosh, this guy's going deep. One, two, three. Powerstone Shard. Powerstone Shard. I need to draw an island so I can play Weight of Memory. Because then I can go Weight of Memory and Verdant Force next turn. Which would be sick. Oh my gosh, they've got the Thran Temporal Gateway. They can put any historic permanent they want into play for a mere 4 mana. Oh, this is so good. 3/6, yeah. I have enough to do everything I want. Mill myself. Because you never know if they'll have a Soul Salvage or something. Oh, there's the Slinvoda! Yes! Oh, man. Wow, that was spectacular. That was turn 5, by the way. Turn 5. No big deal. I'm so sad. They also have this in place, and milling them is bad for that reason too. We're just going to put an 8/8 into play. Dear, I can cast literally anything I draw here, like chain it together and stuff. Let's go. Slinvoda, get in there. Oh man, I just need another Weight of Memory. When I draw a card draw spell, they're just all going to chain together. Oops. I forgot about that. Oops. There goes my Mammoth Spider. Even with the extra life gain, he's going to be in chump block mode on this Slinvoda. I have 17 mana. Actually 18 mana. 19 mana. Maybe adding that extra land was a mistake. The Rising Deep is dead. So we have 18 cards left. We have 9 lands left. Actually, 1, 2, 3. We have 6 lands left. And an Adventurous Impulse. Boom, this is where things begin. Oh my gosh, no! That is so bad. 5, 10, now 12, 15. So we only have 3 lands left in the deck now. I'm going to have to Weight of Memory mill them when I can't draw that. If I even draw that in time. So we've drawn a lot of cards. We still have 2 more Academy Drakes. Oh, they're gonna kick a Skin Witch soon. We have 2 Syncopates left. They can just start looping Guardians of Koilos. Ping me out with Cabal Paladin. Maybe 18 lands is too many. Yeah, I'm going to cut back the land again. Wow, this is brutal. So brutal. Could I just have drawn a spell there? I don't have many lands left in the deck. I have 1, 2, 3. In the graveyard says 15, 16. I have 2 lands left. And then he's going to put the other one into play with the Thran's Temporal Gateway. I can't even counter it. This is brilliant. Oh my gosh. This game could have been so different if I had drawn my cards in a different order. Oh, thank goodness they're casting it. So there's 5, 12, 15, 18, 21. Counter unless you pay 21, my good man. Weight of Memory, 1 time, right off the top. Of course I do Powerstone Shard. This is the worst. This is actually the worst. I'm just gonna die to Cabal Paladin. Oh no. Just block like this. Vicious Offering, eh? Wow. That worked out for me. Kind of. Gonna get it back, but... Oh, Garna. Great. Oh, goody. Oh! That's perfect. Just what I needed to draw. Oh my gosh. My last, like, 6 cards were all decent spells. That would have been fun to draw. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that extra land again. And we're gonna add in... Where is it? Primordial Worm. Over the Nature Spiral, because it's just a proactive card. Let's look at our curve. We already have a ton of 3-drops, so we don't really need Llanowar Envoy. Fortunately, we're getting wrecked, despite our deck being awesome. There is no justice. I mean, losing to Demon Lord Bells and Luck is pretty expected. Losing to whatever my opponent was doing last round is, like, very sad. This hand is keepable. Llanowar Scout could actually do work. We do need an island, but, you know, hopefully we're going to be able to beat a bronze player. This could also just be a game where we never draw an island, and that happens. Oh, please don't lose to this guy. Please, deck. You can do better than this. I just need to hit an island. Ugh. Or a Powerstone Shard. So he's mana screwed. And I'm color screwed. He has more outs than I do, to be honest. Oh man, opponent conceded. Thank goodness. That's lucky. Is it sad that the 2 wins we have with this deck are the 2 games where we didn't actually even play? Kind of. Some might say that's skill. I'm just kidding. Nobody would say that's skill at all. Literally nobody would say your opponent's scooping is skill. Okay. Time for our deck to prove itself, and we're keeping 7. Let's get a land here. Elfhame Druid is better than a land. Let's go. Give us a nice little curve out. Baloth Gorger on turn 3 is a nice little combination. Ooh, Urza's Tome, that's a slow card. I like playing against slow cards with this deck. Let's just get our 4/4 out. Ooh, Ether Glider. 1 second. Okie doke. Not going to mill him because we don't want to give him more fuel for his tome. We will target ourselves. Nice. Hit more card draw off of our card draw. That's the dream. Next turn, Cold Water Snapper can come down. This thing can't block. I'm liking my chances in this game. What is my opponent going to do? Grow from Ashes. Okay, that gives me a nice little boost of time. Okay, I'll check it out. Someone recommended Berry to me. Dante did. Okay, so let's just get this Snapper down. Another big creature. And attack. Now we have 2 4-powered creatures. They don't really have great blocks. Then we can just start holding up our Syncopate because we don't really need more action right now. We can like do Divination plus Syncopate or Powerstone Shard into Divination. Powerstone Shard. Into Divination. Into attack with our 4/5. Because otherwise this thing's just going to trade for a 2/3, which is bad for us. But here we still get to pressure them. Still pretty good. Oh man. That's annoying. Definitely irritating. One, two, three. Powerstone. Then we'll cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weight of Memory. We'll still mill ourselves. Boom. Nice. Then we'll play a island, and then we will pass the turn. We have a massive divination, and then we also have Slinvoda kicked. So this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Oh, yes. I feel it. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Okie doke. This is going quite well, I would say. I would say this is the ideal situation. Oh, jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I even get 6 mana? I cannot. Actually, it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh! This is brutal. Actually, 1 second. Oh my gosh. This is the greatest Slinvoda of all time. I just want to make him tap his land so he can't just kill me this turn. Because he would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra attackers. He would attack with everything. He'd have one. I'd only be able to block these 2. I'd take 10, 12, and I die. But as it is, he's going to lose literally every creature. Oh my gosh. Wait, are they still lands? Wait. All creatures. They're not Krakens or Leviathans, are they? Oh, yes! Yes! Elementals? Nope. This is great. Oh, this is so good. Oh, this is the perfect moment. Oh, this is so good. Sylvan Awakening. Oh man, poor opponent. Kicker. Yes. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. And he just concedes. Ah, that's the greatest. Oh, that was the greatest moment. Get wrecked, elemental lands. Get wrecked. I'm actually going to send that clip to the MTG Top 5 people. Because that was awesome. Oh, man. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Let's just do that again. Oh, this hand is great. Fantastic hand. Fantastic. Okay, let's hope we can syncopate something here so that we can start casting our divinations to find more spells. But this hand is great. He keeps it on top. Maybe that means it's a 3-drop. No divination for you. Let's just Powerstone Shard. I like to do something proactive before I do card draw if I have the option. Especially Ramp, because Ramp gets better the more turns you have it in play a lot of the time. Because you get the more mana, and also now if we draw a second Powerstone Shard, we have some good options. Mill myself. 3, okay. I haven't milled my Slinvoda yet. I did mill a Powerstone Shard, though. Sanctum Spirit, okay. That's a good one to put Sanctum Spirit on, okay. Gonna cast this. We'll block the we'll block it with block the creature with our 2/2 flyer. Definitely a fine option. And then next turn we can use Baloth Gorger to be bigger than Sanctum Spirit. This card really excels in black-green saplings, not really in a blue-white deck that doesn't have a ton of creatures. I'll definitely trade though. Or at least, at the very least, force him to discard. Because he will run out of cards to discard to it. And sometimes you just don't have a ton of historic cards anyway. And a lot of time your historic cards are good. Like, he just discarded a legendary creature. That's very powerful. It actually would have been terrifying in combination. Actually, I can't do this yet. I can't do that either. Let's just play this one. Kicker. We'll still block, but this is just so that if he has like a combat trick or something like that, we can still do a block. We're going to throw out another block here, though. There's really not a reason to not kick it. Let's block. Rats. Well, at least that's out of the picture now. So my Baloth Gorger is safe from that type of thing. Could I just draw a spell? I would love a spell. 3, 4 lands, 7 in play, so that's 12 of my lands. I only have 6 lands left. And 2 Powerstone Shards. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Come on, Slinvoda. You gotta be kidding. This is so stupid. Ah. Vigilance, trample, first strike. Oh no. He can just equip 4 Blair's Blade to that. No attacks. Now that is quite interesting, I must say. Okay, a land was definitely the opposite of what I wanted to draw there. I'm surprised at this line of play. seems much slower than the other options. Come on, Slinvoda. I believe in you. Of course. I can activate this to put more lands into play, but it's not particularly helpful. I'll do it just because if I draw Weight of Memory, I'll be glad I did, but my opponent is probably just holding up a counter spell. Oh my gosh, we have him. We will attack and hope they don't have a counterspell. This will gain us another 10 life. Good game. He says good game so prematurely. That was hilarious. Oh my gosh. We're back in it, boys! Slinvoda, the clutch champion. Now I just need Weight of Memory into, like, Verdant, whatever. He seems to be forgetting something. I'm about to gain 10 more life. Play our land. We'll want this as a 7/7, I think. Oh my gosh, this is insane. The comeback trail. So I have a mammoth spider I can draw to. Oh my, what? He has Lyra? No! Brutal. I don't have any interaction for Lyra. Wow, all that just to lose anyway. Sadness. Unfortunately, we got wrecked. But the deck was sweet. We did win that one funny game, so hopefully we get highlight reeled for that one. And yeah, that is going to do it for the video. If you did make it all the way to the end, say hashtag elemental lands or hashtag clutch Slinvoda in the comment section down below to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it, even though we didn't get a ton of wins. The deck was a blast to play, and I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to be opening some packs here, because people seem to like that. But yeah, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned next time. Remember to hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Of course, it is only fitting that we open a 4 Bears Blade there. But yeah, lost to some crazy stuff. We'll open a War of the Spark pack just for fun. And yeah, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.